What's up, everybody? Thank you once again for tuning into my channel. Today I am bringing to you the basic budgeting video. This video I have been saying I was going to bring to you guys for the longest, but I am so glad that I finally have all the material for the video. Alright, so let's get started. What is a budget? So a budget is pretty much a plan that you create for yourself that says, hey, I have this amount of money. What is it that I'm going to do with it? And how will I manage it from week to week? So there are different types of budgets out there. You can make a monthly budget, or you can do a weekly budget or a bi-weekly budget. It pretty much depends on you. I'm actually going to do both. I'll also have PDFs well, not really PDFs, but a Google shared document for you guys to look at my budget sheets. So this is one here. This is pretty much the weekly / bi-weekly budget sheet, and this is the one I'm going to be using because I get paid every week. So each week I'm going to be planning for the following week. So for this one, it's March 29th, so I'll get paid on that Friday, and then I'll create that budget based on that amount I get. So when you do a budget, you also want to use every single penny of that budget. You want to leave nothing out, and you want to do what you plan on spending, how you plan on using all of that money, and then what you actually do. And then with this one, if there's anything left over, say, like for instance, groceries, I planned on spending $50 and I only spent $25. So anything that you have left over, put that in your savings or put it in your next week's weekly plan. That way, you're just simply carrying over, and you're not saying like, oh, I'm going to take that 25 and go and spend it on, some pair of shoes or something. So you want to take that and carry it over. So don't kind of veer off from this plan. You want to stick to it, and then if you feel like you might not need it for groceries, simply throw it in your savings. So everything that's left over from that week, automatically throw it in your savings, because you might be saving for a car or saving to get an apartment, and it might be good to just have that extra money, like racking up all those little pennies, for that apartment or that car, so that you can be closer to meeting those goals. So income is one that I feel like I don't really need to explain, because I feel like we all kind of understand. If you have a job, or if you've ever, babysat kids or taken out trash, everyone knows what income is. It's the money that you get to take home. It's that net, everything after taxes and everything that you get to take home and actually spend toward your life. All of that counts towards your income. So when you're budgeting, keep those things in mind so that you are calculating that into your budgeting plan. That way you are staying as accurate as possible when planning out how much money you're spending. That way you're not overspending, because the whole point of doing a budget is so that we're not overspending and we're saving for the future or for those short-term goals. Like I mentioned, like a car or something of that sort. Next, we are going to go into the savings. I'm pretty sure everyone has heard of a savings, has a savings, or if you don't know what a savings is pretty much a plan for the future. So the future could be, what am I going to do for next month versus what am I going to do for the next 10 years of my life. And then now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm also going to get into like 401ks and a will and annuity in another video and stuff too, because I feel like that's also something that is important in terms of when you're thinking about saving and retirement and all that kind of stuff. But back to what it means to have a short-term, mid-term, and long-term goal. So let's say, for example, I want to buy a car in a month, and the car is $200, and I bring in $50 a week. That would be a short-term goal because it's doable. I'm bringing in enough money to actually cover the purchase of the car. So that would be a successful short-term goal. Now, if it's something like planning for college, College runs anywhere from $80,000 for a full 4 years to $120,000. So that's going to be one of your long-term goals, because it's all about taking what you have right now and saving a little bit at a time to build up to that amount. So you don't want to say, oh, I'm going to go to college in, next fall, and you only have about $200 saved up, because that's a little unrealistic. And when budgeting and saving, you always want to think about what's real and achievable. So lastly, this final slide is the actual breakdown of what the budget looks like when you take that check from that week or from that bi-weekly payout, and you actually calculate all those expenses, the percentages of that, and everything should line up at the end. So what you actually make should be that bottom number. So using all those pennies when you budget is important, because you don't want to leave any loose change out, because all that's left over, you're going to try to make excuses to spend it. So that's what that's going to turn into, and you don't want to get into that habit, because that's what a lot of us do right now, especially me. So you want to use all those pennies, and if you don't use them, throw them in the savings. So that's the whole entire point of this, taking all those pennies that are left over from the budget and throwing it in the savings. Don't spend it. Don't spend it. So that's it for today. I want to say thank you guys again for watching. I hope that you have learned a lot. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe now. And then if you want to hit the little bell so that you get notifications about more videos that I post out, that would be amazing. Like I said, I am going to have those documents down below for you. So it's going to be a Google Drive that you can directly click on. It'll have all of those files for you so that you can print them off, scan them, give them to your friend, do whatever you want. As long as, something that I said today you take away with, I will feel like I succeeded in this video. And then if you have comments, leave them below so that other people can get in on the conversation, because saving and budgeting is a huge part of, living and being an entrepreneur. They go hand in hand. So you really can't be a successful business owner if you don't know how to properly manage your money. And that is the important lesson that I am trying to get across to today. So I hope that you all are informed. And my next video, I'm going to actually be doing a book review. I haven't really decided which book I'm going to choose yet, but I do want to let you know that that's going to be the next video. So look out for that. It's going to be one of my entrepreneurship books that I feel like has a lot of great lessons that people are really going to enjoy. If you haven't read the book already, it's called The $100 Startup. I'll say that. Kind of just decided in my mind that that's the one I want to do. So look out for that video next time, and I will see you soon.